Alright guys, so today we're doing grammar 9b, so we're diagramming some sentences that have adjective, adverbs, and objects. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to diagram adjectives. So our blank is the adjective, which is a word that modifies, is written on a line under the word the adjective modifies. So if you look here, the big yellow cat, so the adjectives big and yellow are written on this diagonal line under cat. And then articles like the over here, the or a or an are written also in the same way. Okay, so the next thing you need to know is the adverb, which if you remember is a word that modifies an adjective, verb, or another adverb. So you may want to jot that down. If I can spell adverb right, that'd be great. So it's written the same way. If there are multiple of them, it's written like this. Okay? So Philip runs quickly. So we know that our subject is Philip. Our verb is runs. And our adverb is quickly. So I'm going to turn it and write quickly. So our other example, Philip runs very quickly. So same thing, our subject is Philip. Verb is runs. Now, he runs quickly. And then very is modifying how quickly. So that's why it's written like that. So if there are multiple adverbs with a conjunction, then you draw your little arrow thing like this at a diagonal. So you have Caroline is the subject, walked, then you have quickly, but quietly. So the next thing is the direct object. And I actually messed up here. So you want to cross out the bottom half of this line right here. So just cross that out. So it's written on the same line as the subject and verb, but the line separating it does not cross. Okay? So the direct object is something that the verb is happening upon. So Brandon ate the brownies. Okay? So the brownies are being eaten. So our subject is Brandon. Our verb is ate. Our object is brownies. And then the is modifying brownies. Okay? So if there are multiple, it's written in this super duper complicated fashion. So subject Brandon, verb ate, and then your objects are brownies, the brownies, the cookies, and your conjunction. And then the last one, if there's an indirect object, so like in this case, Ronnie handed the dog the treat. So the treat is what is being handed, but the dog is being handed to, okay? So subject is Ronnie, verb is handed. He handed the treat, the goes down here, dog, the, okay? So let's do a couple of our examples from your 9B practice. So you'll see these are done for you, and it is front and back, so be sure to take note of that. So on the front, I've drawn the lines for you because I am such a nice person. So let's look at this one. Kelsey rode the blue merry-go-round horse. So you have to think about who or what is doing the action. That's your subject. So in this case, it's Kelsey. What did she do? She rode. And what did she ride? The horse. Okay, so then you have all of these describing words that go on these lines. The, blue. We're going to count merry-go-round as one word because of the dashes. So we're going to have to write small to fit it all in. Okay, let's do another one on the front. Down here. So, hold the green water pitcher. Now, this is an interesting case. So, when it's a command like this, the person doing the action is you. So, if you look, that's what I put in the subject line for you. So, what are you doing? You're holding. And what are you holding? The pitcher. Then you have some describing words, 3 of them. The green water. Okay, let's do one on the back here. The sailboat glided very slowly. So we need our line. We know that the sailboat is what's doing the action. Make that darker so you can see it. Okay. We know that the word the is describing that. We need our vertical line, the verb. Glided. Line that does not cross. No, we don't have an object. I'll let you. Don't worry about that. It glided slowly. How slowly? Very. Okay? Let's do this one. I opened the box carefully. So, draw our line. Who's doing the action? I. What are you doing? You opened. You opened. So you have an object. The box. Make sure your line doesn't cross. How did you open it? Carefully. So I hope that makes sense. You're going to need to complete this. Make sure it's correct. I will be grading for accuracy. Good luck.